Magnetism in matter, Biot-Savart law. So here we wish to determine the magnetic field due to a current element of a current carrying conductor at any point P situated at some distance r from it. So here this is our current carrying conductor in which current I is flowing, and we take a small current element given by IDL, which is a vector source, and we want to determine the magnetic field at point P. The magnetic field at this point is given by vector dB, and it is perpendicular to the plane containing both IDL and R, and hence it has been represented by a cross. Here theta is the angle between IDL and R, and the direction of vector IDL is same as the direction of current in the conductor, which is shown by this arrow. So this is our diagram. Now, according to Biot-Savart law, the magnetic field dB at this point P is directly proportional to IDL cross R and inversely proportional to R cube. So, when we remove the proportionality sign, we have to put a constant of proportionality, and in this case the constant of proportionality is mu naught upon 4 pi. So the expression becomes dB is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi IDL cross R upon R cube. When we solve it for the magnitude of dB, we write dl cross R as RDL sine theta, and in this situation RDL sine theta upon R cube. So 1 R gets cancelled out and only R square remains in the denominator, and hence we get this particular expression for our magnitude of magnetic field. Here the constant in the constant of proportionality mu naught upon 4 pi, mu naught is the permeability of free space, and the value of mu naught upon 4 pi is 10 raised to the power minus 7 Tesla meter per ampere. It is a constant of proportionality. One thing to be remembered here, or one factor, important factor, is the angle dependence. So the magnitude of magnetic field is dependent upon angle theta. So when theta is equal to 0, obviously sine theta is 0. In this situation, according to this particular equation, sine theta 0 means the magnitude of magnetic field at point P, this will become 0. So this magnetic field becomes 0 when the angle between DL and R is 0. That is when they both are along the same direction, that is along the dashed lines. So that factor, angle factor, has to be kept in mind. A few points of comparison between Coulomb's law and Biot-Savart law. Both of them are long range forces and obey the inverse square dependence. The next point, that principle of superposition is applicable to both of them. There is a point of difference also. The source of electrostatic field is an electric charge, which is a scalar source. On the other hand, magnetic field is produced by length element, current element IDL, which is a vector source. The next point of difference is that the electrostatic field is along the line joining source and the point under consideration, that is in the same plane, while as we have seen just now, magnetic field is situated or lies in the perpendicular plane to vector R and dl. This is another point of difference. And then there is an angle dependence. The magnitude of magnetic field is dependent upon angle theta between R and dl, which is not the situation in case of Coulomb's law. Thank you. Like, share and subscribe to the Practical Side for more interesting and informative videos.